Hello and welcome to another episode of the Roundabout Podcast. This is episode 20. I'm your host, Austin Sudduth. With me, I have Michael Levine, Hunter Brittle, Tyler McClellan. Tyler, go.
Go. Okay. How's it going, everybody? I was thinking about something. Not really thinking about it, but it came up laying in bed the other night. And you know the new TV show based on It, the movie It, the horror movie with the clown? I think it's called Welcome to Derry.
Oh,
I
it's
saw
a
it.
show?
I
I didn't know
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
a
yeah.
show. I thought it was another movie.
Well, it's a show, and it basically, if you don't know anything about the story, it talks about the origins of It, because in the movie, or in the book, the original book, they reference that it had happened, I think it was either 30 or 60 years earlier. I think it's 30, though, because that's how It Chapter 2 comes up, because all the kids come back to try to fight him 30 years later when he comes back, because they made a pact.
I thought it was 27 years.
It may be. I don't remember the specifics. Either way. So it's talking about the origins. Well, my wife and I were scrolling through HBO Max, and in doing so, I saw it, and I said, I want to watch that show. Well, sitting next to it was the same thing, but ASL version, American Sign Language version. Now, again, no hate towards the deaf community or anybody who needs to use ASL. It's a great thing, and I think it's a great thing that they record these episodes. But I made the mistake of clicking on it. And oh boy, did I cackle for a good 2 minutes watching the opening 2 minutes of this TV show. And it's so basically how it works is they've got a little guy sitting in the corner of the bottom right corner of the screen, using ASL to say the words. And that's not the issue. What's funny is how into it this guy is getting. So the show starts out with a scene where they're in the movie theater and it's playing The Music Man. I don't know if you know anything about The Music Man, but it was a Broadway musical that was turned into a movie in like 1960 something, 62, 63, something like that. So not the most intense thing in the world. Generally positive, a lot of singing. So it's this happy, cheery song going on, and this guy is in the bottom, like gritting his teeth, making all sorts of faces and like aggressively signing the words at me. And so I'm dying laughing about it. And I asked myself, so a few questions came up with that. One, how the heck do you even watch the TV show when this dude is in the bottom right corner who looks like he's trying to start a fist fight with you? I mean, it's got to be difficult to watch that show. But that was the first time I had ever seen an ASL adaptation of a TV show or movie. And again, it's the same thing. It's just got old buddy in the bottom corner, aggressive, and I cannot overstate how aggressively he was signing these words. Have any of you seen any ASL adaptations of a TV show or a movie?
I did not know that this was even a thing. So you're completely blowing my mind that this even exists.
I thought that's what subtitles were for.
That also makes sense to me, but hey. Subtitles would be much less distracting too, but
right, they've been on the screen forever, and if you can't hear, that's what they're for. So I don't not that I have anything against the ASL. I feel like that's they're trying at something to be inclusive, but I feel like like you said, that's taking away, whereas subtitles being an overlapping thing, and it's not something you have to mentally process as much as a language per se. I don't know. I'm with you on this one. I don't know if this was the right step for inclusion.
Right, it seems redundant. And yeah, Michael, I know I'll let you speak because I know you just said you had seen this before.
Yeah, so the instance that I've seen it in, and it makes a lot more sense in this instance, there's a kids show called Dino Ranch that James absolutely loves.
Heck yeah, Dino Ranch is awesome.
And they have an episode about a deaf dinosaur, and as part of it, it is ASL friendly. And it makes sense there because a lot of kids that are watching that show don't know how to read yet. So subtitles would do them no good. But the ASL part does make sense. A lot of them know at least the basic ASL, which is, all they're using in terms of verbiage on that show anyway. They're not doing anything crazy. So, yeah, I mean, I've seen it there. It works there. It makes sense. A more adult show, like, a remake of It, I don't know. I mean, that seems a little far-fetched, but, more power to them. Maybe some kids out there watching it. I wouldn't watch it as an adult, but maybe there's some kid out there watching it.
I have to know the reaction. Now I kind of want to go watch this because I was actually like, I do not like horror movies in any way, shape, or form. Like they stress me out an unbelievably large amount. I don't like being scared. But I watched the not obviously the old like Stephen King but like the first of this new It with Skarsgård as the as the clown. Great performance, by the way. Holy crap. But I was actually really intrigued by it. And I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. And I was really surprised at myself that I actually liked it. But I have to know how do you communicate the screaming?
So, well, that's what I was about to say. I didn't get that far. So for one, I'm right there with you. I'm not usually a horror movie person. I've read a good chunk of Stephen King's books, so I kind of make a point to any of his books that get turned into TV shows or movies, I make a point to watch them, and I watch them during the day with all the lights on, and that's just how it is. My wife is anti horror movie, so I couldn't keep it on for more than a few minutes, even though it was funny and I was laughing. I couldn't keep it on, so all I got to see was this intro where nothing scary happened. But since you just said that while Michael was speaking, I had to go. I thought to myself, how did that work? Now that I did go back and watch the normal version of the episode, not the ASL version. And so I'm trying to find a scene right now that maybe isn't awful. And I'll try to share it with you guys just briefly, just so you can see this a little bit. But again, if anything, just going off of how dramatically he was signing something that wasn't dramatic at all, I can only imagine what it's like. I'll see if I can find something real quick.
See, and now here's the thing: is like I can. Now, the more I think about it, the only thing that kind of makes sense to do it in this format for the show is like if there's context that subtitles couldn't get, but like I can't think of any. Like I can't think of like, brackets scary music playing. Like I don't see the benefit of someone signing it versus someone reading it. Like the Dino Ranch kid makes a little more sense because kids will pick up on that faster than learning how to read and write. But I don't know. I don't feel like you're communicating anything extra from ASL to subtitles that have been around for decades.
So I know we try not to do this, but just because it's hard for anybody listening to see this. But if you guys don't mind, I've shared my screen real quick. Brittle, I will forewarn you, this is a jump scare. But just watch this for a second. I haven't even watched this portion yet. I just know what happens here. Let me know when you guys are ready for this.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Here we go. Y'all ready for this?
Is he in the... Oh, did he get trapped in the movie theater?
Yeah, like without giving away too much context. They're all yelling at a boy on the screen right now. All the kids in the movie theater. They've been looking for this boy for most of this episode.
What's even better is I don't have the audio on either. So
that is actually so much better. Michael really getting invested in the ASL experience here.
Yeah, so this clip, if we do put it on the video, the clip won't have any audio to it. But
this guy really is getting into this.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and there's really not much happening audio-wise here. But the good part's not even happened yet. I mean, he's doing a great job.
Oh, absolutely. I assume I don't speak ASL.
That's true.
Or don't know ASL.
Look at him.
So my question is
I like how he's doing the flapping wing anime.
The movie while doing this, or does he just have a script?
Has to be watching the movie. You can't.
You would think, right?
Yeah, you can't fake those kind of facial expression, or you can't make those facial expressions based off of a script, like words.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And
the actors have to act off of a script, so
I'd say he may be watching it with subtitles.
Well, that would be even better. So I will say this for anybody listening who is if we find a way to post it, great. If not, go look up the movie theater scene in the ASL version if you can find it. But for context, there is a winged demon baby is about the best I'm gonna do, but explaining what came out of the screen. And the ASL guy's in the bottom making clawing hands with one hand. Looks like he's screaming, and then a flapping, like a wing flapping with his other hand to demonstrate what's happening coming out of the screen. But no, to what y'all are asking, my guess is he probably like watches it a clip at a time and then has the basically exactly what they said written out, and then, you know, does it a little portion at a time. But like I said, the dude is killing it over there. And even if I did know ASL, that would be quite difficult to be like, okay, hey, just so you know, everybody who's watching this show, you're going to be in the bottom corner and everyone's going to be staring at you the whole time.
Right.
That would be nerve-wracking while recording that.
In my opinion, you have to have, like, for communicating two different, and obviously I don't know because I don't use ASL, but I feel like you would have to have multiple different interpreters for each individual character, because how do you, especially when multiple people are screaming or saying something at a time, like how do you differentiate? How does one person differentiate between multiple? There were 5 kids in that theater?
Yeah.
When that was happening, how do you differentiate that?
Which is exactly comes back to my original point of that's got to be difficult to watch that like that, because, okay, you think, yeah, I can, you know, whoever's on the screen while he's signing is who I'm listening to. But if you're looking at him, you can't also be looking, and I know they're close together, sure, and maybe people who are deaf have really great peripheral vision. I don't know, but you kind of have to see both. I'm right there with you. I feel like there are way too many issues here that if we sat here long enough, we could try to find.
Well, so a quick search, just because I was curious, and it would, from the deaf community on Reddit, the popular answer is that because sign language is its own language, regardless of what the native tongue in the country is. Sign language is a standard across the world.
It's an officially recognized language. Like, you can get college credit for learning it in certain universities and stuff.
Right, and many deaf or hard of hearing people learn sign language as a native language, according to this post. Whereas subtitles are very language dependent. So it's a easier way for viewers to understand instead of trying to maybe understand a subtitle that they're not native to.
Well, that's something I just learned, because I thought sign language were like, it's American Sign Language, Hispanic Sign Language. I didn't actually know sign language was flat across the world.
There are technically different versions of sign language, but I'm pretty sure at this point ASL has kind of become the gold standard. I don't have the specifics on that, but as somebody who has learned another language, I that makes sense, because learning another language is entirely different than your native language, obviously, right? But you also don't get a lot of those. Like, from the perspective of somebody who does speak a second language, there are certain things I think of that we say in English, like little, you know, small little euphemisms, or I don't know the correct word for this, but certain things like that I think to myself, I'll hear it in English, and I'll be like, what would be like the equivalent of that in Spanish? And then the question from that comes, how many of those things have I heard and just didn't even realize what they were saying, or just was like, yeah, that didn't make any sense to me, right? And all it was just slang, like you say, Brittle. It just, you don't pick that stuff up, and I'm sure it's the same with sign language. So that makes sense. That does make sense. But still, I feel like it would be difficult.
Do you guys use subtitles when you watch media normally?
Not usually. My TV has them on all the time because of my wife.
Yeah, same. I didn't until I got married.
Wow, I guess I dodged a bullet. My wife does not use subtitles and doesn't really like them
devices, though.
Well, now I take exception to dodge the bullet because I like my subtitles, dadgummit. I like to.
Well, I'm glad I didn't marry you then.
That's fair. God forbid I want to eat something like chips while I'm watching a movie, and then I can't hear what's being said on screen over top of
you know, it's not hard to just pick.
That is true. I
just
will
pick a moment.
I will do a backup with that. That happens all the time. I have to stop crunching and be like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah, like
No,
so
see-
I always have stuff.
I don't have an issue with that. I do snack while I watch stuff, but anytime, especially if I sit down with the intention of I'm going to watch this TV show or I'm going to watch this movie, it's loud enough. I like audio loud. I like, we've got a sound bar. We don't have a full surround sound system, but I'm going to do it eventually. But we have a sound bar and everything. It's loud enough to the point where my wife always asks me to turn it down, and which is probably where her subtitle of aversion, not aversion, that's not the right word, but where her want for the subtitles comes in. Now, I'm not opposed to it, though. I have watched a few different shows or movies that were in different languages, so I don't have an issue with watching with subtitles, but my preference is to not.
Yeah, me and Heather, we love our anime, so we watch a ton of anime, and so subtitles are on pretty much by default already because of that. But like early on in our marriage, I was very much like, okay, if we're gonna watch something in English, I'm gonna just turn the subtitles off. And now it's just like, what's the point? Just keep them on. It's whatever. I'm gonna have to swap it back in 2 shows later, anyways.
It helps you know what's happening because, like, all of pretty much 100% of my humor is just requoting things, and I don't want to requote it wrong. So having that on helps me develop that humor to be even better and lore accurate.
Well,
like
for what it's worth, though, and this is kind of the opposite side of it, any video game, if it doesn't default with subtitles on, I will turn them on.
Oh, you have to in video games.
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, video games, I'll do that for sure.
Yeah,
because I find
a lot
the
going
audio
on in video games, though. Yeah, the audio balance is awful.
Yeah, sometimes the audio balance is bad in a video game or, whatever. Oh, and there's a lot of times that I'm playing a video game, like downstairs, at night, I'll sit in bed with my wife with I have a little portable monitor that I used to travel with that now just sits by the bed and is hooked up to an Xbox. It has a built-in speaker, but my wife doesn't want to hear the games I play. So yeah, I'll be sitting there, I'll have the audio off or just way low. So I have to turn on subtitles to know what's going on. That's where Power Wash Simulator has been great because there's no audio. I don't have to worry about like, oh, am I missing something? That's been really nice. But yeah,
I'll sit in something in Power Washer Simulator. Yeah, you missed the spot, Michael. That's what you missed.
Boy, you've had a clogged line for the past 2 hours and you didn't even realize.
We've been trying to tell you. We've been warning you this whole time.
We've been trying to reach you with your car's extended warrant.
Maybe there's more of that in Power Wash Simulator too. I start that soon. I'm on the last DLC for the original before I move on to Power Wash Simulator 2.
What's funny is that brings up another thing. So my brother Michael, he doesn't do it all the time, and when he plays games in the living room, usually it plays through the speakers. But I used to, when he would play on his computer a lot in his room, I would go in there, and he would be playing a game without a headset on, like just no audio.
Disgusting.
That to me is diabolical.
That's like
I cannot
psychopath behavior.
It's
what
crazy.
That is.
Like even Pressure Washer Simulator, I want to hear it. I've got to hear something. There's no way I could do that. But to your other point, Michael, I bought a portable monitor like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't use it that often. It is by far one of the best purchases I've ever made, though. Just having it when you need it is the greatest thing in the world.
How portable is this monitor? Like, because all monitors are portable enough. Or portable if you try hard enough.
It literally is powered by USB-C.
Mm-hmm.
And is micro HDMI, and the cover for it is also its kickstand.
It sounds like we might have the same exact one. I'm sure
Probably.
That's similar.
It's pretty
across the
common
board
spec.
with him. Now I'm curious.
I was say he's currently reaching for it. I can hear
I'm
it in his
literally
mic.
looking for it. Well, you know what's funny? I actually, so I have a little laptop bag. I work from home most of the time, but when I do go into the office, I'm so used to having 2 monitors plus a laptop at home that I carry it in my laptop bag. Don't end up using it a lot, but if I do end up having to sit down and just do some normal, like everyday work, having that thing is awesome. USB-C to C, straight to the laptop to that, and it powers it. Yeah. No, portable monitors are fantastic.
Aren't they kind of expensive, though?
Find it.
Mine was only $100, if that.
What?
130 maybe, I think.
I definitely just peaked my mic there.
What resolution is yours, Tyler?
I think 1920 by 1080.
Okay, I've got a 4K one, so it's a little more
Oh,
expensive.
yeah, no, I don't think mine was 4K. You got me going through my Amazon orders now.
I know. I'm sitting here doing the same thing. I'm trying to go through my Amazon orders and find it.
Y'all
I thought
talk
I
about
ordered
something
it
else
from you.
while I browse my Amazon.
Well, so I mean,
Here it is.
because
I
I've
found mine.
looked at these before and was interested in one because I was gonna buy one for just my setup, just to have something small, purely for whenever we stream, having the Twitch chat there. Like that's all I wanted it to be. Just basically, it's a portable screen for one window that I would use. But then I looked at them and I'm like, or I could just buy a cheap monitor for the same price and have a full size monitor. So that's why I didn't do it.
So Brittle, even better, this one that I have, you can currently get for $70. Now I'm sure there is much better stuff on the market, but for what I use it for, fantastic. And I've even played like Xbox, like Michael was talking about, and stuff on it, and really didn't notice a big difference. Sure, it's not going to be 140 hertz, but
Yeah, I posted mine in the Discord. It is not 140 hertz, but it is 4K. Looks great, has good speakers to it, like folds up, can go in a backpack. It is, I love it. Yeah, I bought it when I was traveling all the time, and now that I don't travel as much, I just have it by the bed and power it off a USB-C, have an HDMI plugged into it for the Xbox, and it's great. I just set it up on the bed, and then Kendra can watch her show, or we can watch something together. Or like last night, I was playing it while watching the World Series.
yeah, I used to play the Xbox in bed a decent bit. Like that was back when I didn't have as much time to play throughout the day. That was great because my wife usually knocked out about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I would stay up for an extra hour or so playing.
Walmart's got one right now that's normally $100 that's for 60.
That is this
And
may
it's
be
a-
the same one I just posted in the chat, the KYY, because it's $100 down to 69 or 70.
No, it's not that
69.99.
one. It's some other brand name that I am not going to try to pronounce on the record. But yeah,
Mine's easy.
1920
It's
by
you perfect.
1080. I didn't even know these were a thing. So like,
Yep,
that's
this is
really
my second
interesting.
one. Yeah, this is my second one. I had one for 4 or 5 years before this one that I used to travel when I was in racing, and yeah, like I would just throw it in my backpack with my laptop, and I could power it from my laptop. The old one I couldn't. This one I could. You could run everything if you're doing it from a laptop. You can run everything from a USB-C. It'll do power and picture over one cable. It's awesome. Yeah, I like, if you travel a lot, I would totally recommend one of these. Not that we get any money for you buying one, so this is not an affiliate kind of thing.
Where's our sponsorship?
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, they're awesome. And so like I said, I use that to play Xbox in bed now while we watch sports or whatever on the TV.
See,
super
and you
convenient.
said the word that it triggered for me and why I don't have one. It's good for a laptop more than anything. It's basically a second laptop screen. But
Yeah, that's
That's
100%
really
what it is.
everything I do is desktop. Like everything.
It can be a second monitor there. You just need a USB-C
I have
to power it.
4. I
Well,
don't need
who-
another one.
Everybody needs 5.
Yeah, I do. I have 3 monitors for my gaming PC and 1 wide, ultra wide for my stream PC. I don't need a 5th micro monitor.
Do you have a Samsung? Or are you
Phone?
an iPhone person? Yeah.
I got a Samsung phone.
Samsung Dex, baby. It's perfect for Dex.
Yeah, you know what also works for Dex? My Samsung 1440p.
Yeah, but then you
240
got
hertz
that
monitor.
input. Then you got the input delay. No, I'm kidding. No, yeah, they are convenient though if you have it. And like I said, I bought it a couple years ago. I can't remember specifically why I felt like I needed one at the time. Basically, never used it for that purpose, but now I just have it, and when I do need it, it's fantastic. I take that on every trip with me too. But yeah, so. But this kind of goes back to the ASL guy in the TV, but a little bit different. This is a thought that's come to my head before. You ever hear it's pretty prominent in rap, but in other types of music too, when there's somebody in a song that's whistling, whether it be a short thing or like actually carrying a tune. How good of a whistler do you have to be for an audio label to pick you up as their designated whistler?
I mean, do you feel like you could be picked up by a professional audio label on
I was just saying, are you going to try out for us?
right? Yeah.
I would like to. So for one, I have no idea what a whistle would. So here's the thing: I can match it. I don't
Wait,
think
hold
I
on.
have the consistency, right? Like I feel like if you're, I'm trying to think of a good song. What's a good example of a song that has a whistle in it?
Winds of Change by the Scorpions, I believe.
Okay.
The Whistle Song by the Yin Yang Twins.
Okay, so but here's the thing. These whistles. Okay, so
You're gonna
See,
get his
he wouldn't
copyright
get picked
struck.
up.
Take it.
He
from
Brittle would
wouldn't
not
get-
would not
he
get
wouldn't
picked
get
up.
picked up.
Can't
But
hit those
here's-
high
Brittle.
notes.
But here's my thing, right? I could possibly do that once or twice pretty solid. I wonder how many times that guy had to sit in a studio and whistle that same exact thing over and over and over again until they were like, that's the one. Not only did he have to do it right once or twice, he probably had to do it way better than any of us could 100 times in a row, right? I don't know. That's just, I think about that every time I hear a whistle on a song. I'm like, that guy must be a good whistler. Like, how did he get noticed? Did he put an audition tape up on the YouTube of, hi, my name's Chad. I'm a whistler. Sign me.
Maybe.
I'm already out of breath from just doing that little bit. So
Yeah. You ain't got nothing on Chad the Whistler.
yeah, right. You gotta be
I
a pro
bet
for
you
that.
there is someone out there that is a professional whistler.
I bet
Like,
there's a whole market for it.
I bet there is. Like radio ads, jingles for companies,
Mm-hmm.
songs. I bet you there is someone that their whole thing is recording whistles for people.
You think there's any like aspiring children who want to be whistlers who they just have a poster of one like random dude who the rest of us will never know his name on their wall, and he's like, yeah, he when it comes to whistling, he's the man. Right?
Absolutely.
Who
Live
is
your
that guy?
dreams. Live your
I
dreams,
bet.
kids. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Right.
Apparently, Molly Lewis is
I was about to look
the
it up.
professional whistler.
See? Oh, like there's professional anything these days. Like I'm not that I'm
Say Molly
gonna
Lewis.
rag on anyone.
Yeah, apparently she did work on the Barbie movie.
Is there whistling in the Barbie
That's a good
movie?
movie, and that's
It
was a great
a hill
movie.
I'll die on.
So I gotta
That was
be
a
honest.
fantastic movie. Better than
Now
Oppenheimer. I didn't see Oppenheimer, but better than Oppenheimer.
All right, now you're just getting You're doing the thing.
kind of-
again.
I
What
didn't
thing?
I kind
see
of feel
it,
like
but-
a sexist now because I would have never expected the world's #1 whistler to be a woman.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know. I can't really give an answer to that.
Explain
That's what
yourself.
I'm saying. I think I'm just a piece of shit.
You didn't
Apparently-
have to open up with the
Well-
I'm not a sexist, but now that
No,
you said it,
no. You
you've
misheard me. You misheard me. I said, now I feel bad. I kind of feel like a sexist, is what I said. I admitted fault. I called myself the piece of shit. I'm here for the sake of honesty,
Why are you a sexist?
and I feel bad.
apparently,
I apologize, Molly Lou.
apparently in 24, she's quoted as saying, "quote Most people are shite at whistling. When I whistle, it's music."
All right, I love the
I
confidence.
aspire to have that kind of ego in anything I
It's
do,
right.
especially
wrong?
whistling.
I'm
I
gonna
don't think
start
she's
sending Molly
wrong.
Lewis fan mail.
Do you think the guy that did the ASL for the It show thinks he's the best ASL person in
He
the planet?
probably.
Do you
You
think
gotta
that
have some
he's got that
confidence.
kind of confidence that it's
I
like
am-
You
I
gotta
am
have
I
some
am it.
confidence to get there and let them record you doing that, whatever that was that we watched. That
I mean,
takes
I'll
some
give it to the
confidence.
guy. The dude, he was in it, and I much rather have that than some dude nonchalantly just
That's true. Yeah.
boring in the corner doing the
Yeah.
signs. Like the fact that he was into it, I'm down. Like that, I much rather have that than the complete opposite. So I'll give that to him.
Well, because
So-
going back to Tyler's point, if you have to watch that, if you have to watch him to know what's going on, then you want somebody who's going to convey the emotion as well,
Yeah.
and not just feel like you're effectively reading.
Well, I only partially read, so I've never been an effective reader. So
Apparently, she has worked with Dr. Dre via his producer who asked Lewis to come to the studio. Quote, his producer said, subquote, "We're looking for some dope whistles."
nice.
We're looking for some
I
dope
did-
whistles, yo.
I didn't know what to expect.
This is me when I go into the whistle store.
Whistle go woo.
And did she provide dope whistles? Quote, I like to think I'm providing some dope whistles, she said. It was a dope experience.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, if you're on a Dre
That's
track,
awesome.
you better be.
Heck yeah.
That
So-
woman asked if she could do something dope, and then she made dope a part of her lifestyle.
I have decided that I am now dope.
Like I said, Molly Lewis is my new hero.
So there you
That
go. Molly Lewis. We're
That-
Molly Lewis stands.
That
Absolutely.
reminds me of the
What a woman.
going back to the ASL thing, did you guys see the video of the interpreter at a Waka Flocka concert? Yeah, it was at a concert. I just looked it up. And she's over there just getting into the music, doing all the stuff, but she's, putting a little groove into it and everything. And then Waka's up there on stage, and he looks over and sees her and thinks she's just dancing. So he gets down off the stage and goes over to her platform and starts dancing right next to her while she's signing the music.
That's awesome.
I've seen that. That is funny. And well, so now we've talked about the best of the ASL community. Have you guys ever seen the video of the woman that some like state patrol, it was some government announcement on like a local level, and the woman they hired didn't even know ASL, and she was just up there faking it?
I have not heard of this.
You've never seen? Okay.
I feel like she deserves to go to jail.
I hate to share my screen twice in a podcast, but I've got to, because y'all have to see this.
I'm a visual learner.
And again, Michael, we have to find a way to link all of these.
I'm recording them too, but yeah, we can figure out a link dump or something.
Here, I'll just play this from the beginning. Hold on a second. This is a news broadcast of them talking about it happening, but nonetheless.
Is that considered fraud?
Oh, I mean, it's gotta be.
It should be.
I feel like that's fraud.
All right.
Oh,
Let me know when y'all are in here.
Oh, of course it's Tampa.
I do think.
Of course it's Tampa.
I do think I've seen this one.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Everybody good? Okay, here we go.
I like how it opened with "It's happened again."
Look,
It's happened again, as if she's a she's a killer or something. Like,
right.
The sign language killer has struck again.
She's just making stuff up.
Like she was singing Jingle Bells.
There you go.
Fraud. Come on.
So okay, here. Well, how many pictures did that show? So 8 or what? 7. Implied that all of those were fraud. How do people keep hiring this woman?
She
got hired by a police station to do this, and no one thought, hey, maybe we should run a background check.
Jeez.
Both, and look here, yeah, they're all sheriffs, and I'm pretty sure that was a sheriff's deputy. No, okay, it was just the city police.
Yeah,
at
city
least maybe
police.
but still, you would think, right, that who am I? But that video always makes me laugh. And the funniest part to me is her sitting there, like her eyes are like going back, like she's thinking about it. She's like, how do I say this again? Knowing good and damn well she's just making stuff up.
That's wild.
Granted, I would have never picked up on it just watching it, but so now we've covered the best and the worst in the ASL community, which granted, I don't know if you can consider her a part of the community.
I don't think she's a part. No one claims her.
No. Even the hearing community doesn't claim her anymore.
No.
Thank you, Tampa, Florida. Very cool.
Tampa does. Tampa wants her in their community.
Tampa Police Department liked her enough to hire her.
I can't get over 7 arrests for that. 7 mug shots for that.
Well, so now though, after that, it makes me think that all 7 of them were just her faking some sort of, not disability necessarily, but one time she was walking around with a walker on a blind segment of the news or with a walking stick.
Jesus, people are diabolical.
It's
amazing the things people will try and get away with.
She did a Braille demonstration at town hall.
Just amazing.
Like, it just blows my mind. At no point are they like, granted, I guess if you're setting up a, whatever you call that, you're not bringing the people in so they can prove to you they know ASL. You're just hoping they're not lying.
Why not?
Okay, how are they going to fact check it?
Well,
yeah, right?
Yeah, that would be the question.
Was she hired as a contractor, or was this a W-2 position? Because, like, I guess I get you wouldn't really vet if it's just a 1099. Like, hey, we just need you to come down and do this thing, and
it's definitely contract
pay you
work
for your time. It's not, she.
Well,
I don't think she was a W-2 employee.
Well, if
There's
she was a
two
W-2
sides of that.
employee, I figured the police station would do a background check and find she has 7 cases of fraud.
Well,
You
okay.
would like to think, but
here's-
it's still Tampa, Florida.
That is
Okay.
true.
Here's a bigger question. You're going to tell me that police department doesn't have a single person who can speak American or who can sign?
Well,
Because,
we
I
already
mean, if you
said
think
it's
about
Tampa.
That's true. But you
There's
would
a
think
lot of
there'd be at
people
least
here.
one person there. Because what if they arrest somebody or somebody comes in that needs help that is mute?
They
What are
write
they
it
gonna
on a
do?
piece of paper.
I
That's
think
a good point.
Yeah, probably.
What if they're
we're going
mute
back
with
to
no
how
hands?
subtitles
They
work.
can't sign anyways.
For
Dang it.
Hillsborough County, absolutely, they would just write it on a piece of paper, assuming they can
Yeah.
read. That's very
I'm really
on
glad.
brand.
I'm really glad that comment of mine just got overshadowed by y'all talking because it was real stupid.
Go on.
Nope.
I'll isolate it.
I said, what if they're mute with no arms? And then I immediately said, well, they couldn't sign anyways, could they?
If someone with who uses
they
sign
can
language
still read. That's the
If
thing.
someone
They're
who
mute with
uses
no
sign
arms. Their
language-
eyes still work.
only has one arm, is that considered a disability or an accent?
Oof. That's not cool.
We talked
Oh.
about this on the Extra Life stream last year, and I believe one of our viewers, I believe it was Fawcett, said that it is considered an accent.
No, it's a disability. 'Cause
So
it hinders your method of talking, so or method of doing something. So it is
is
in
it
fact
a speech
disability.
impediment?
Yes,
Ooh.
yes, it is a speech impediment. I just love throwing that out there and making people think. I know the answer. I just love throwing it out there because it's hilarious to me.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's definitely a disability in its own right. But then when you come to talking or signing, it's a speech impediment. I want to say I heard somewhere that you could communicate fully with just one hand in ASL. The problem is you would end up spelling out a lot more words than you usually would.
Yeah, because you only sign with one, or you only sign letters with one hand,
Yeah.
right? So I
Yeah.
mean, just spell everything out.
And that was another fun thing to figure out about sign language was that there's a lot of words that they do just spell out instead of like there's not a specific sign for it, so they just spell it.
That's one of the things that I found out about Japanese, that the language of Japanese hasn't really like updated all that much, that there are many modern day words that Japan just didn't feel like creating words for, like taxi. They didn't come up with their own word for taxi. They're just like, it's Takashi. So it's just
Well,
like,
that-
it's just taxi with a Japanese accent.
Well, apparently like you said, there's a ton of stuff like that where it's like an English word basically, or a somewhat, which I guess taxi wouldn't be a Latin word, but you know, a more English based word that just has an accent basically. I think ice cream was one of them that made me chuckle when I watched a video about it at one point. It was just like a short or a TikTok or something. But then again, can't put too much stock into those things.
The internet would never lie to me.
Boy,
Never
are
has
you
and
in
never
for a
will.
surprise.
It never has, and it never will. I want a hard pivot to the other side of the body, feet. Do you guys wear socks when you're home alone, or do you go barefoot?
Solely based on temperature in the house. If it's cold
I'm
enough, yes. If it's not, no.
Currently barefoot right now.
Yeah, I am
so is
barefoot.
it a seasonal thing, Tyler?
I don't
I
even
think
care
so.
if people are here.
I think it's not even necessarily because you got to think in the middle of the winter. It's more the transition periods, like right now, where it's cold enough in the morning to have the heat on, but not in the afternoon. So we still err on the side of keep the AC on. So in the mornings, like when I first wake up for work or whatever, I'm like, yeah, it's cold. I got to put on some socks. But yeah, but like in the middle of the winter, the heat's on, so the house is warm enough.
Okay. What kind of socks do you wear? Ankle socks? Tube socks?
Why does this feel like a
cruise socks?
trap?
I'm just
Me
asking.
neither.
I'm just asking. This is
Like, no, this
legit-
feels like a trap. I
it's
feel
not
like
a-
we're walking
it's
into a
not
trap.
It's not a trap. I swear.
So, like, what I consider just standard sock, I don't think they would be considered full no-shows, but like just the short, like you don't see it out of the
Ankle
top of like a
socks.
tennis shoe. Yeah, like an ankle sock, I guess, but
Yeah.
not the ones that like come up onto the ankle just a little bit.
just like your
like in a
heel,
tennis
and then they somehow stay on throughout
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah, they just stay like right under the ankle.
I'll never understand
Just-
how those work. By the way, like how do those not just get rolled up underneath your heel and then
Elastic.
I don't know. I tried them for a while and they did roll up under my heel, so I just threw them away.
Right? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Well, have
But-
y'all ever seen the ones that were specifically designed for like Sperry's and stuff like that, like boat shoes? The ones that don't have, like, they kind of just come up like just past your, like, the joints of your toes, and so
No.
like the whole top of your foot's open. It's called women wear them a lot for, like,
my wife has a pair.
Yeah, stuff like that. Those always blew my mind. How the heck do those work? Or do they just not, and people just deal with it because that's like the next best option, to be in barefoot in a pair of shoes?
I'm not a woman. I can't tell you.
Going barefoot in shoes is diabolical.
Hey dudes
Yeah,
is acceptable, but other than
it
that,
would-
correct.
Yeah, and I should preface by saying I'm not like a Hey Dudes or what is it, Sperry's or whatever. I've
used to
never
wear
owned a
Sperry's a lot
pair
when I
of
was younger.
those. So like my regular like Puma tennis shoes, like it has to be an extreme act for me to like, okay, I'm gonna throw these on with no socks.
I
Like-
cannot stand wearing anything except for sandals on my feet without socks. Like, I can't do it. I have Crocs, and I am a Crocs with socks person even around my house.
Oh,
If
see,
it
I'll wear my Crocs
covers-
without socks.
If it covers 75% of my foot, it has to have a sock with me.
Now I will say the pair of Crocs I have are lined, like they're basically my winter flip flops. So,
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Those are
Like, I
comfy.
don't-
I gotta get me some of those actually.
They look comfortable.
dude, they're so comfortable. And I wear them to Walmart, and it's great. I fit in really well.
you would.
But yeah,
Wear some
so
Batman shorts.
Do you wear a hat with that as well?
oh, all the time. I pretty
Okay.
much wear a hat anytime I leave the house.
Yeah,
I
just
wear a
Batman
hat to check the
pajama
mail.
pants to go with
Asking.
those.
No, I just have regular sweats. I don't have any fun sweats. I feel like that's an area I'm deficient in. Is like I just have regular like black or gray sweats, and that's it. I don't have any like fun stuff. I had a pair of like cat pajamas at one point, and my wife stole them. And she's actually been wearing them all weekend this weekend, like rubbing in my face. Like, hey, remember these? I'm wearing them now.
Average significant other interaction.
So, well, and this kind of brings up another point of like being at the house. I've never been the type of person to wear sweatpants or like pajama pants.
What?
I'm
I can't
more
either.
comfortable in a pair of athletic shorts than anything in the world.
Mm-mm.
I
I'm
cannot
sweat-
sleep
I'm
with
wearing
clothes
sweatpants
on.
right now. I'm wearing sweatpants right
Nope.
now.
Yeah, so I'm like Tyler in that sense with his socks. Like, I will wear sweats if it's cold enough in the house,
Yeah.
but it has to be like by cold enough, like it's under 65 degrees in the house. Like otherwise,
Yeah, like
I'm
I wake
in
up and I'm like,
basketball
holy
shorts.
crap, it's freezing. Yeah. It's got to be cold for me to justify it.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
do have a
otherwise
few
I'm
pairs. Like, it's not like I don't have any.
yeah, I have a few pairs of sweats. I mostly wear them out. I don't really wear them around the house. I wore them for a little bit today because we, again, like Tyler said, we're kind of in that transitional period where it's just like, we'll just let the house get really cold at night, and as long as Bennett's room doesn't get too cold, we're good. So yeah, like it was like 64 when we woke up this morning. I put on sweats. And then about 2:00 this afternoon, I was like, I'm really hot. Oh yeah, I'm wearing sweats, and I went and put basketball shorts on.
Yeah, I've been in sweats all day today.
See, I don't wear them out either, and that's not like a thing of like I refuse to. It's nothing like that. It's just if I'm not gonna wear shorts out, it's gonna be a pair of jeans. Like that's just jeans or like more casual like khaki type pants. Those are my go-to. To me, they're comfortable though. Like I don't mind jeans. Also, and this is where you'll start to question my mental state of
Oh,
I'm
you've
also
been
not the kind
questioning
of
that
person
for a
like the
while.
second I get home, like for the day, I don't like if I'm wearing jeans, like I don't have to take them off immediately. Like I'll leave them on until I'm ready to go to bed.
No, I get that. I used to be a big
I get that
jean
with
guy.
jeans, but I wear dress pants all day, every day. For
Yeah,
my
now
job.
dress pants are a
as
different
soon
story.
as I get home,
Yeah, no,
those things
those
are
come
off.
off. Yeah, for sure. I agree with dress
That's
pants.
the benefit of working from home.
I think dress pants are comfy. I could wear dress pants casually. Like they're
Yeah, I'm with Brittle. I would rather wear dress pants than jeans.
No, it's all in the waist and the seat of dress pants, man. They're
I guess that's
They're
true.
just
They
not
are.
there.
Yeah.
They do kind of cling to you if you sit down,
yeah.
don't they?
No, like in terms of like breathability and they're light and everything, sure, but no. Yeah, but there were plenty of days when I was working on the car lot where I'd come home in jeans and a polo, and that's how I would stay until I went to bed. I was so used to wearing that jeans just because I've grown up wearing jeans all the time. And then polos, I worked in a car lot and then played golf almost every weekend at this time. So I was in a polo like literally every day of my life. It was just basically second nature to me to have a polo. Now with that, I cannot wear a polo or a dress shirt without a t-shirt underneath it. A plain white V-neck t-shirt's all I need, but I cannot wear one without it.
Yeah, I can't stand V-necks.
Yeah, I can't stand V-necks, but yeah, I can't wear a polo without something underneath it. It bugs me. But yeah, for me, that's the benefit of work from home. I literally go to work in basketball shorts and a t-shirt every day.
That's me every day.
And
now,
that's
Michael, I'm right there with you.
That's the funny thing. I didn't wear athletic shorts a whole lot before I started working from home. Because like before, when I worked in racing, I was either in, shop pants or shorts or whatever. I wore shorts to the shop a lot. And I would just stay in those, as long as I didn't get them greasy or dirty or anything, I'd stay in them until it was bedtime. Or if I did, I would go put on just another pair of, just regular shorts. It wasn't until I started working from home that I really became like an athletic shorts, basketball shorts kind of guy. And now that's like all I wear. And like, unless we're leaving the house to go do something. And then like, I'll put on a pair of khaki shorts or whatever to go do whatever we're going to do, like Halloween or whatever, and then get home and I immediately put the athletic shorts back on. It's just so much more comfortable.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And the best part about them, if you are a sweatpants person, if you get a little cold, you can put your sweatpants on over the athletic shorts, and when you get hot, just take them back off. You still got shorts on. Athletic shorts are the best. Can't beat them.
That's too much.
I don't do that. I just swap. Now you're a lunatic.
Well, again, I really don't
You
either.
lost
I already
me
said
at
I'm not.
more than one layer.
Well, I don't ever really wear them. I feel like I'm a naturally cold-natured person or warm-natured, whichever one makes me not really mind cold weather or it being cold in general.
I work from home. I don't have to dress to impress.
What kind of person are you? I can't figure this out.
I feel like a not very bothered person, meaning like I don't know how to explain that. Like I don't put too much thought into anything of that nature, like what I'm wearing or anything. It's just kind of I found something that's comfortable and that's what I wear.
What do you put much thought into?
Work.
Okay.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer, company man. Good answer.
Yeah, I do, and that's really about it.
Speaking of
Strategy
work,
video games.
I got a story for you guys.
Oh boy.
Do tell.
Let's gather around the campfire.
Monday, so we started. I asked the question, would you consider, because we record these on a Sunday, do you consider Monday 6 days or 7 days a week? Consensus, 6 days a week, or 6 days ago. So 6 days ago, on Monday, I was at work, and I had some poo-poo that was a problem. Gut wasn't feeling great. Don't know what happened over the weekend, but I went to the bathroom maybe like 5 times during work. The first one, I go, and it was especially like that morning, like I just had my coffee. I was like, do I want to eat something? I didn't eat anything, so there was really nothing like settling my stomach. Go to the bathroom, and it was just like akin to diarrhea, but not quite diarrhea. And I went to go wipe, and as I am wiping, a bug flew by my face. And I quickly dropped the toilet paper and swatted at that bug. Continue wiping and cleaning myself up from this not so great poop I have, and I'm like, it smells really bad in here. It just doesn't quite like it. Am I okay, dude? Is there something really wrong with my gut? And I go to scratch my beard, and I had poop all on my beard. Apparently, in the rush of trying to swat the fly, I didn't realize that some of the poop didn't miss the toilet paper and was on my hand, and I had just swatted my face with feces.
I'm going home.
And I didn't know what to do. And so I ended
soap and water. 2 words.
Yeah,
soap and water.
No. Yeah,
Fire,
but it's
maybe?
kind of one of those things that like it hit and it's like in your beard. I sat there with hand soap washing my beard for like 15 minutes, nothing felt like it was ever going to be clean again.
Yeah, you just got to burn it at that point. Just burn the beard.
I was about to start just taking scissors to it and getting rid of it.
Viking funeral for the beard.
It was horrendous.
I would get in my own head too for the rest of the day. Like work-wise, if you were working in office, I would think I smelled like literal shit for the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah,
like
no,
I
I mean,
smell
I
it.
got all the frou-frou stuff I could get to make my beard not smell like feces. It was rough.
That is unfortunate. And I have to commend your courage for being willing to say that to all of us here. Because no one, except for God himself, would know if that happened to me. I promise you.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of like putting it out there because I'm assuming God listens to our podcast and he's going to give me a break for a couple of weeks.
This guy's had enough.
Yeah, I've been thinking on that one event for 7 days now.
Oh, that will haunt you for the rest of your life.
I bet
It
you
was
have
not
never
great.
wiped your ass more carefully in these past 6 days.
It was, like I wipe and I look at my hands, like, am I okay? Like, is it okay? Am I alive? Like,
I just want to know what kind of bug it was, and did you get it?
no,
No, it
I
smelled
swear
the
to
right
God,
way.
that thing has left my mind. That was no longer my problem.
No, the bug smelled it too, and it said, "Yeah, no, I'm out of here."
Like, oh my God, this guy's flinging feces at me. I gotta go.
No wonder the fly was trying to land on your beard. He had shit all
Yeah,
over
you
it.
smelled that bad. You were attracting flies.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Well, that's the thing.
Austin.
That's what made it happen. And so it was like that whole day ruined. Just because that's like at 9:30 in the morning. Nothing that day was productive.
Yeah,
nah,
that's just
buddy.
you just give up and go back. Go back to bed.
I'm going home.
No.
Try
Going
again
home,
tomorrow.
hitting the
There was
reset
a
button.
moment where I was about to go to my boss and be like, "Can I take a sick day today?" Like, I'm not feeling great.
You are
Do you
not
not
going
feel
to get
good?
anything out of me
No.
today.
You don't want to know why I don't feel good, but
Having
Do you
bowel issues.
do you think
And it might or
shit-
might not be all over my face.
No.
Do you think feces and beard is on the PTO drop down selection for a reason?
That's just other.
Yeah, other.
If
other.
I've ever heard of other, that's other.
If other, please enter an explanation. No.
Yeah. No explanation needed.
I promise you don't want to know.
Well, you did this to yourself.
Here goes.
Request denied. Get back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And wash
Actually,
your
you
face,
know what?
please.
No. Terminated immediately. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that
unfortunate.
was the start of my week this week.
Grr, Mondays.
Yeah, no kidding. If anything has deserved a post middle aged woman Facebook post about Mondays, that deserves it.
Yeah, I don't want that on Facebook though.
Well, no, I don't mean that, but just one of
I'll
their.
put that on a podcast. I might put that on Twitter. I'm not putting that on Facebook.
I agree.
Put it on our own
podcast that's going to
vehicle.
be on Facebook?
It's different. Someone actually has
But-
to listen to it, and we might get a little guy in the corner that can sign it.
But
If
just
only we knew
oh my
somebody.
god, can we do an ASL
I need-
interpreter of Austin's story?
I need all the facial
Hold
expressions
on.
too.
I wonder if when
no.
he's oh my god, yeah, think about it. Like when he's talking about the I felt my beard or wiped it, dude just wipes his face with the most disgusted look on his face.
I don't know that you can
goodness.
reenact that. You could be
Yeah.
DiCaprio of
Well-
ASL, and you still won't reenact that.
I'll
correctly.
go ahead and let you know I did it flawlessly without thinking, so it's not that hard.
Well, and if it adds to anything about like it, just in case you thought this was going to get lived down quickly, just know every time you take a bathroom break at Extra Life, I'm just going to make sure you did a beard check before you came back out.
I
Baloney
appreciate
Boy's
that,
revenge.
actually.
Baloney Boy gets his revenge.
I appreciate you
shit,
checking
beard,
in
shut
on
up.
me. Apparently, I need help.
So to wrap this all up from the beginning of the ASL guy, we were talking about the whistling lady, whose name I'll admit I've already forgotten, even
Molly.
though I'm her biggest fan. I tried to find his name, and in doing so, there are quite a few Reddit Quora, TikTok links that all have the same question. How do I get this stupid ASL guy off of Welcome to Dairy? I guess people didn't realize it was a completely different version.
I was
And
about
we're
to
just
say, did
clicking
they not
on it
realize?
instead. How do I get this ASL guy off of my TV?
It's like going on like Disney and always picking the sing-along versions of a Disney movie and wondering why it's there.
Why
Like
is
it's
there a
in the
little
title.
bouncing bubble on all the subtitles? I hate
Yeah,
it.
this is awful.
Yeah, I know. It's a completely separate version. It's not even under the same like thing. You have to. It's a completely separate thing within HBO, and it has ASL like in the title. That's funny.
Well, speaking of Extra Life, this episode will be coming out on the 17th of November. Just a few days away from our 24-hour Extra Life stream. This is number 10. The big 1-0 for us. We have a pretty large goal. I was going to use a bigger word and couldn't think of one. But a pretty ambitious. That's the word I was looking for.
Ambitious is a good word.
Thank you. I had to talk myself into it.
Sometimes you just have to find it. You have to explore and you have to find it.
Work it out.
Language is
work
tough.
it out. God, I don't think I'll ever be able to learn ASL. But we've got an ambitious goal for us. We've had a few streams this year to help with it, but it is still, I think we'll need to make the most of any stream to reach our goal still. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're gonna have to make basically on stream a little bit more than we've ever made in an entire year. So we got a lot of work to do.
We got a lot. So that is this Friday, November 21st, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you're not in Eastern time, you can do the math. But we will be starting that 24 hours. We will have me, Michael, Brittle, Tyler, Melinda. We've got some other people who will be there. We've got Dano. We have some significant others that will be joining us.
You just gonna leave Nick out?
I was about to say, dude.
Oh,
I know you're
crap,
still cleaning
Nick's
shit
gonna
out of your
be there.
brain, but don't forget about Nick.
I did say Dano, so I feel like I kind of.
Yeah, you got Dano, who's gonna be off screen for most of it, and you
Yeah.
forgot Nick, who will be on screen all 24.
Where's Nick at?
What do you mean? Where's he at?
When's the last
He
time
sits
anyone
next to
heard
you
from
on
him?
the back row.
No, I mean like in general. When's the last time anyone heard from him?
In the meeting we all had 2 weeks ago to plan it.
Did he say anything?
Yeah, he said a lot.
Okay, I already know you're lying to me.
Oh, well, I was about to say, as far as Nick goes, he did say a decent bit. But
Yeah, I mean, in
And
relative
grand
to
Noah
scheme
will
of things.
be there alongside us, sitting right next to me. He's one of my best friends. I can't wait to see him. But we will have that coming up, so please stay tuned. You can find us at Twitch and YouTube for that stream. Mike, what are those handles?
For Twitch, it is twitch.tv/roundaboutpro. And on YouTube, it is youtube.com/@RA_pro gaming.
And look for updates about that. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Where else?
Blue Sky, Threads.
Yeah, all those other things that have come into being in the last few years. Search Roundabout Productions. I'm pretty sure you'll find us on most of those. I think
Or
some of them are
Roundabout Gaming for the most part.
Yeah. So we will be there. We hope to see you there. We hope that we do get to make the biggest contribution to Children's Miracle Network that we have ever been able to. If we reach our goal, that will put us at $100,000 for Children's Miracle Network. That is a lot of good going to children. I need help as well, apparently, because of Monday. So, after 10 years, if we can help Austin in his old age fund, that would be great. But we'll talk about that after the 21st.
if you do decide to pick up on ASL, please, for the sake of the rest of us, don't practice on the toilet.
Oh, that's a good point.
That one got me.
I'm gonna have to get a Post-it note to put up, like right in front of my
Do
toilet.
not practice
Do not
ASL.
practice ASL here.
Oh, God.
But we appreciate y'all.
Holy crap.
Y'all have a lovely day. We will see you this Friday, November 21st.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Make
Sure you like, subscribe, rate, review. Tell your friends about this podcast. We need help growing it. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell whoever you want to tell. Just tell people about this podcast. That's how we grow this and get more eyeballs on our Extra Life stream. So tell people, help us spread the word. This is, we think, a fun thing we do. We have fun doing it. That's what we're here for. But we do also want to grow our audience and bring in new people and viewers for our Extra Life streams. I mean, that is, at the end of the day, that is why we do all this extra content, is to bring in more views, which brings in more money for kids in need. So please, like I said, rate, subscribe, review, share with your friends, share with people you know, share it at work. Listen to it if you get control of the radio one day. Listen to it. Get people to laugh. That's what we're here for. So yeah, thanks everybody.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.